I was blown away when we dug into the research on ways that 2020 could be aging our faces.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than the fact that I make a lot of expressions like, I mean,
yes, just no more expressions, just nothing.
Resting calm face.
There you go. Well, for the rest of this video, no more expressions, because we know expressions lead to wrinkles.
Yeah, but smiling is good wrinkles. Smiling.
Yeah, you do get those cute laugh lines, so that's always fun.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
And I think we're both tend to be very expression people, where our face says a lot. So
we're very emphatic.
Yeah.
Or, you know what might be fun? Post how you think 2020 is aging you.
Everyone's number one issue would probably be stress.
Maybe, but if you're of a certain age, like I am, lack of sleep becomes an issue, because as we get older, we don't sleep as well. In general, from what I hear, at least the ladies.
Yeah.
So we've got a quite a long list of things that we probably should jump into it, because it's like a long list.
Yeah,
I think that we address them all.
Let's just jump into number one, which you've already mentioned.
Lack of sleep. And you know, I say that it's a serious issue this year because it's 2020, and you know, everybody is on edge and concerned about different things. I mean, California is on fire. That makes me lose sleep at night, because I have friends and people out there that I care about. You know, all of the things that are going on right now, and the list is long, are just very stressful. But we do have some positive things to impart. One of them is you can get better sleep if you don't have your face in front of a computer or phone screen within, 45 minutes before you go to sleep, because the blue light in your computer screen actually messes with your circadian rhythm.
Obviously, getting more sleep is one that we all need to focus on, but the next one that we need to focus on is probably not going to make a lot of people happy.
Well, I do want to say, cutting off your caffeine by 3 p.m, just do it. Just say after 3, no more caffeine. Cheers.
You got a couple more hours, so you might need to start chugging.
Right. And that's next on the list.
Yeah, which, of course, caffeine can be a very big issue. Not only is it limiting your sleep, it's also dehydrating. So just...
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew? You know, and I've spent so much time looking at the benefits of caffeine, because I love caffeine. I love, you know, having that little extra boost of energy, because let's face it, I'm not getting any sleep. So the caffeine is helping me out. But I didn't realize it dehydrates your skin.
Yeah. So I'm so sorry, but you do have to cut a couple cups down, maybe a few. I know you're a big coffee person, so
yeah, but I don't drink it after noonish. And the research I saw said to try to do 2 cups a day and no more, because otherwise you start getting the dehydrating effects on your skin. I don't know if I can do that.
Well, 2 cups. I mean, maybe you can start dwindling down as much as you can.
I just may have to extra hydrate, like apply moisturizer 5 times a day.
Oh yeah, that's always a tip. So if you're ever starting to feel a little dry after your 5th cup of coffee, just apply some moisturizer.
You know what else dehydrates your skin? It's number 3.
I think I know where this is going.
I'll give you a hint. Wine About It Wednesday.
Alcohol.
And that is not to say you can't have a glass of wine here and there, especially Wednesday at 12 o'clock with us when we talk about color and beauty. But you should kind of pay attention to how much alcohol you're consuming here in 2020. Again, stressful year, stressful time. Watch your alcohol content. It's easy to let it get out of hand. And I'm not being moral about it. It just affects your hydration levels. That is why they tell you, for every glass of wine you drink, and I have a cousin who I adore, and when she's visiting with her son makes sure that for every glass of wine she drinks, she has 1 full glass of water. And the doctor told her to do this. Well, research is showing that if you have a full glass of water for every glass of wine you drink, you'll go to the bathroom more often, but it will also help your hydration, and it helps your hangovers.
Oh, so drink your water with your wine.
You know, if you look at people who they say, lived hard, they've, whatever, and they may have been drinking a long time, you'll start to see that, not just with broken capillaries, but they'll be a little more aged than someone else.
And then while we're talking about alcohol, the next one, it's kind of obvious, smoking and vaping. Doesn't do anything good for your skin.
Did you know that a statistic shows that since quarantine, people are actually smoking and vaping more, but it affects your skin? Smoking, if you look at lifelong smokers, you will see that they too have that drawn, dehydrated, less than fresh look in terms of their faces.
Stress is another very, very harsh thing on your skin that causes premature aging, and it does it pretty fast. And I know it's one of those things where we say, just be less stressed. Just that's all you got to do, be less stressed. But
do you know, according to the American Psychological Association and the NRH, what group of people are the most stressed during this time? I mean, assuming that the stress level for everybody is through the roof, but there's one group of people that is more stressed than others.
I'm guessing parents.
Yes, parents. American parents are, on average, feeling significantly higher levels of stress than adults without kids. Now, I get that totally. And I think they should add teachers into that, because teachers have kids. But, it's dealing with the education, the basic needs, access to healthcare. This is a tough time. We get it. And I think one of the things that this video, a point I really want to get across is this year of all years is the most important year for self-care. Think about how you are doing. Think about how you're dealing with your stress. Even to the point, and this is go take yourself a nice relaxing bath, or a hot shower to just wash away some of that stress.
But not too long of a hot shower.
Yeah. Well, okay. Warmish.
Hot showers can get the skin. That's where we're going at. But not too, if you just short hot shower.
But whatever relaxes you. Video chat with friends. Join us here twice a week, because that certainly relaxes me. I have great fun with it. And exercise. And I'm doing I'm doing all the wrong things. Don't tense your face. Because when you're stressed, the first thing you do is tense your face. The area between your eyebrows tends to tense up on its own. And when you're laying in bed at night, a great exercise to do is a relaxation exercise where you relax every part of your body. You tell your fingers to relax. And this will help you with your sleep too. You tell your wrists to relax. You tell your arms. But the last thing you need to do is tell your face, because you need to tell the upper part of your forehead. You need to tell your eyebrows. You need to tell your cheeks, your face in general. Tell your face to just relax.
That actually feels really good. I was just doing it while sitting here.
And then you will learn what that feels like, so that you can do it anytime, all day long. The moment you start to self-regulate your stress and say, then just take a moment and rest your face and let it all just relax away. And you will find in the end that you have less repetition lines in your face than you do when you're,
That's so true. Honestly, in these meetings, when you're on your webcams and things, I feel like I tend to be even more just my emotions come through more on my face, because I'm up close, I'm listening, I'm kind of like making different faces and using my expressions instead of my words, because if multiple people are talking over each other, it just becomes a mess. So
sometimes you have no choice. I mean, sometimes, if something is said that, you are concerned about, it's like,
you have to make a face because somebody's still talking. So it's not, I find myself doing that a lot, but just taking that break just now and kind of relaxing, I felt really good. It almost put me to sleep.
Yeah, well, this goes back to sleep. And I think when we get all these kind of when the sum total of all these things that we're talking about will be kind of the same behaviors. All of them together, doing all of the right things will end up helping you in other areas, and it'll all just be of a piece, and you will be a stress 2020 warrior, beauty warrior. And Amy said a really cute thing that I think that when you're resting your face, pretend you're the queen.
Oh,
she isn't supposed to show emotion. So
yes, it actually feels really good. I'm so surprised on how good that feels. Maybe I just constantly am tensing my face up, but I felt so relaxed.
So to learn where you tense your face, like some people carry their tension here, and you'll have fewer headaches, by the way, if you learn to relax your face, relax your neck. Because what happens is throughout the day, we get more and more of this, and we get more and more of the face, crunching. And like just a second ago, I did this and I kind of felt it. And then I decided I was going to relax my shoulder, and it gave me goosebumps. It felt so good to just focus on relaxing my shoulders. See if you do it. Does it give you that tingle? It's amazing.
Yeah, and just relax. I really loved relaxing my face. Did anyone else get that? Like when they did actually just kind of relax their face, it felt good. Shocked. Okay, now I totally lost. I think we were at stress.
Well, we're moving into something that I'm going to let you talk about.
Oh, number 6 is lack of exercise. I mean, it's one of those other things that I know it sucks, but it is very important for our health and our stress levels. It can also help with stress levels. So, I mean, I know it's the worst thing ever, but exercise can be really fun and just bring those stress levels down. And it also helps turn over skin cells. So you're doing awesome things for your skin as well. And it can boost your mood.
And who knew that that exercise has exfoliating properties? Think about it. I mean, I thought that was pretty wild. Yeah. And I am like the world's worst, and Sarah has to constantly be on me because, any excuse not to get out and walk, any excuse not to do what really I know I need to do, I'll use. But Sarah is just constantly, get outside, get some sunshine, and figure out something you can do that is exercise that you actually love. Because the only way you're going to get your exercise on a regular basis for the rest of your life is to find something that is your passion, that has some physicality to it.
Yeah, that's true. It does need to be something that you enjoy doing.
Right.
All right. So our next one.
Just enjoy the results of.
Yeah. All right. Next one is eating poorly or constantly eating is another thing that affects our skin. And
and have you heard that expression? I hear it all the time. The COVID 15 or the COVID 20.
Oh no.
And that expression is so many people, and again, I have my little group, and who have gained weight by being stressed, by being at home, by being quarantined, whatever. But this year and this period of time, people are gaining weight, and that is not to say that weight gain is a bad thing, but we're gaining weight by eating not healthy snacks. I mean, if you wanted to snack constantly because you're bored, whatever, okay, well, but get yourself a larder of healthy stuff. Make sure that it's not highly sugared granola or for example, if you keep some oranges around, that's got a little bit of sugar to it, a little bit of the sweet taste, but then you get your skin brighteners with the vitamin C inside and out. So
we should mention we did a video on this about vitamin C. Red bell peppers, munch on those. They contain more vitamin C than an orange. Right?
Anything else. They're kind of, who doesn't like them? And you can cut them into slices, and it's a nice little snack, and you're going to be getting good nutrients, and won't be sucking up a bunch of sugar. And sugar is our next big thing, because right now people are consuming a lot of sugar, and people look at sugar as kind of a comfort food, a stress reliever. I'm just, everything is so bad, I'm going to go get myself a big candy bar.
Well, here's one way to not think about it that way. Sugar causes sagging skin. So if you're somebody that wants to avoid your skin sagging, just lay off the sugar.
And it's more than just sagging. It's a proven process. It causes glycation. And that means that it crystallizes in your cells. So what's happening is your cells, which need to be like juicy and springy and to be healthy, they actually start to crystallize. And that's why sugar makes us look older. And I will tell you, I've had friends who did some version of Atkins, some low carb diet for years and years and years, and, just didn't eat the sugar, and they look young. They look young. And sugar is a real culprit when it comes to aging us.
And not only sugar, but we should also talk about sodium as our next point. Sodium can do damage as well. Of course, we say stay away from the sugary snacks, but you also gotta stay away from the salty snacks.
But you know, having yourself, the thing is, you just have to prepare. Yesterday, I called Sarah up and I was like, Sarah, maybe we should go shopping. And she goes, can't have to meal prep today. And so what she does is she prepares her meals and her snacks all on Sunday. So if she's tempted, or if she feels like she doesn't have a snack, she run to 7-Eleven, buy a bag of chips. That doesn't happen because she has her little sliced red bell peppers in these cute little containers that she went out and bought. And so they're there. And I think that's kind of key. Preparation it's a big deal.
I will say I am an intense meal prepper. So if there's any other meal preppers out there, let me know, because I am one of those people that makes like 30 meals on Sunday for the entire week, and that's what we go through. So if anyone else out there like me, let me know.
Yeah. Also, you've got all sorts of cool tips about your meal prepping that, make it easy for you to do. And it's not like they eat the same thing every day. They do not. And it's really pretty cool. But, being one person, I'm sure I could do it, but why bother?
Well, we kind of went off on a tangent on that one. So back to the sodium. Now,
it can make you swell when you have a lot of salt. Now, what happens when something swells up? Like you blow up a balloon, new fresh balloon, you blow it up, fill it full of air, and then you let the air out. What does the balloon look like at that point?
It looks shriveled.
Flaccid. And we don't want that to happen to our skin. And also it's dehydrating. You notice when you eat salt, you want to drink a bunch of water. And
your lips start drying out. That's
because it's pulled the moisture out of your system. What happens when you pull the moisture out of your skin? Nothing good.
Now, speaking of pulling moisture out, we need to talk about putting it back in. So our next tip is to drink enough water. And I keep reaching for my water right here. And I don't want to drink it on camera because I don't want you guys to hear any crazy noises. But that's what I keep doing. I literally keep reaching for my water to drink it. And then I'm like, sorry.
Well, remember, it's 8 glasses of water. And, that's how much you need. And otherwise, you're going to get dry, flaky patches on your skin by being dehydrated. You're going to get chapped lips. And, some people say, well, I don't like water. Okay. There are a zillion fruit-flavored sparkling beverages. They're, with no calories, no sugar. And also, you can make your own. I have a friend who takes her big water bottle and she'll put in sliced peaches. Or she will add some berries to just give it a little bit of a flavor. And, you can also use green tea with, something, a fruit, a lemon, whatever.
And going back to the saltiness, if you do end up eating, don't get me wrong, I do this.
A bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Yes. Drink a ton of water. It will help. It really will, I promise. Just if you end up caving, which I do all the time, just drink a ton of water. It will help you out so much the next morning. Your bloating won't be as bad. Yes. Water's the key.
Water's a natural diuretic, which is kind of like weird to think about. You actually can eliminate your water weight by drinking more water.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, it's so, that is really interesting to think about, what it is true. So I highly recommend drinking a ton of water, as much as you can. And I've also noticed that when I drink a lot of water, I'm not as hungry. Just It's something that I can constantly do. Of course, you and I both know we're the snacker types. We like to snack all day. But if you have a water next to you and you can drink that instead, it's nice, just kind of, it helps you out in that way.
Yeah, and it's also a nice, again, it's self-care because it's refreshing. You take a break, you take a moment, you have a few sips of water, you relax your face. You can do that. Now, in for the rest of her life, now, whenever I say something like relax your face, Sarah's going to go out on me and just be elsewhere, be all zen.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
But stress is real. Your nerves in 2020, it's real. It's really, unless we take active action to make sure that we're caring for ourselves, we're going to run into trouble. And it's like your nerves cause you to do things. A perfect example, picking at your face or picking at your lips or picking at your skin. That's number 11. Don't do it. Because one, you're potentially passing germs up toward your nose and you can get COVID-19, so you don't want your hands touching your face anyway, but you're transferring bacteria and the bacteria could cause you to have breakouts. You just don't want to do it. Just leave. And when you're tempted to pick at your face, go zen, like Sarah, just go relax everything. And then that will take care of the nervous energy that you're trying to expend.
Yeah. That's kind of one of those tips that everyone says, though. So no picking at your face. But one thing that we don't really hear a lot of is wearing heavy makeup. That's another tip that we have, is wearing a ton of makeup can actually cause clogged pores, especially if you're not cleaning your skin afterwards. That's something, you just need to be able to have that night that you can rest. Your skin needs a rest, but overdoing it on the makeup tends to clog pores if you're not fully clean.
I gotta tell you, I love our new foundation for this very reason. Because it's got all that aloe in it. It gives you a light feel. It feels like you've got practically nothing on. You get excellent coverage, but it's light. It's not like you're caking on a pile of makeup. And I just think it's the best on the market.
Yeah, the new Aloe Advanced Moisture Complex Foundation is really good if you want like just a lightweight coverage that looks very dewy. You can probably see it on my skin. I don't have any highlighters on right now, nothing. This is just coming from the product, is that kind of glow.
That radiance. I mean, it really does. And what I found is that your skin is so receptive to it. I'm older. And so my skin, it goes on and it just feels drenched. It feels moisturized over and above what my normal moisturizer would do.
Yeah. All right. So next one is important, and I have my phone right here, and I just heard somebody else's, I think it was your phone, ding. So let's talk about the germs on our phone. And you can already see like my fingerprints, just how dirty that is. Phones, you have to be cleaning your phones, because when you put it up, I'm not a person that puts their phone up to their ear so much because I immediately think about that. But if you are somebody, just clean your phone.
And this applies no matter when it is, but the reason it's on our 2020 list is because most of us are doing business with our phones. And so we're on our phones all day long doing business. Use the speaker function if you can.
Or just don't hold it up to the side of your face. Don't smush it on there. And you will know if you're wearing makeup and you tend to be one of those people that smushes it up there, you'll get your little foundation prints on there. That's how you know.
Your face prints.
Yeah. For your oils, no more touching your phone to your face. No. Right.
Because it's not good for you. And we know you're using your phone a lot. What's next, Sarah?
Oh, wear sunscreen.
Oh, yeah. That's always your favorite.
Just wear your sunscreen. Wear it every day. Don't go a day without it. Wear your sunscreen.
But what happens if somebody says to you, why should I wear a sunscreen? I'm wearing a mask.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Well, I would say to those people, okay, more than anything else, the mask may be protecting half your face, but you still have another half face that you need to think about.
Yeah,
so I don't use your sunscreen.
Yes.
One, you don't want a dark stripe across the top of your face. And two, indoors, you still are exposed to UV lighting. Mm-hmm. And so if they say, well, I'm staying indoors, I'm in quarantine. If I go outside and wear a mask, I don't need it. You do need it because if you're indoors, you still get exposed to UV light.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this, driving in your car. Again,
Your left shoulder.
And the left side of my face. And again, I keep saying I'm old, and I can tell that this side of my face, this is my left, believe it or not, because the camera reverses me, but it has more sun damage than the right side of my face. And that could be that, I applied sunscreen at one point during the day, but it wore off and I was still driving, the sun was still beaming in. Yeah, it comes through glass. Yeah. So just wear your sunscreen.
Yeah, and the reason we're talking about our left side is because when you drive, all of the sun comes in. If you're the one who's driving the car, all of the sun comes in, and you get all the damage. And even though you're in a car, so don't do it. Just wear your sunscreen.
And if you're a passenger, you got to protect the other side, because still the sun is going to come in. It's coming through the glass to get you and make you age faster than you need to age.
And of course, I'm going to go off topic, but this is another really important thing, because people always think in the wintertime, and winter's coming, in the wintertime, they don't have to worry about it because the clouds, 80% of sun rays get through the clouds. Also, there's another effect that it can be just as damaging as when you're outside, because it reflects off of snow. So if you're in some place that has snow, the light actually reflects off of the snow back onto you. So just because it's wintertime, you still got to apply your sunscreen. Just apply it every day. Make it a part of your life. It's your routine. You got to do it. And you're going to look gorgeous.
Right. And so in 2020, deal with the why bothers. If you hear yourself in your mind saying, why bother? That should be an alarm bell for you to reevaluate what it is that you're thinking you can give up. For example, I had someone saying to me, well, I don't really use anti-aging products during this time, because mostly I'm in the house. Like, why bother? I don't care how I look, because you get lethargic. You get, I don't know, this overload of stress and worry. And at some point, you're saying to yourself, oh, why bother? That's an alarm bell, because you need to get your peptides, you need to get your vitamin A, you need to get your OHAs and PHAs, because soon, I hope, 2020 is going to be a memory, and you can either get through 2020 and look great on the other side, or you could get through 2020 and have a ton of catch-up work to do for all your why bothers.
And have your collagen production down at least 1%, because don't forget, we lose collagen our production down every single year. It goes down a percentage point. So don't get me started.
And if you aren't actively dealing with anti-aging, then you're aging. And then you got to worry about undoing damage that you've let happen. And Sarah, do you know at what age you really should start thinking about an anti-aging regimen?
Like, are we talking about like retinol and things like that?
We're talking about the whole deal. Dealing with your skin type as it currently is, but thinking in terms of age prevention and anti-aging.
I would start early 20s.
Brilliant. You did good. Early 20s is when you start to show your first signs of aging, which, that blows a lot of people away. Most people, if you ask them the question, they say 30, 35, 45. Oh, no.
I mean, you always laugh about this, but my laugh line, that one wrinkle, I freaked out. And it was probably mid-20s when I got that. But I used the eye perfection cream on it because it has really great clinicals regarding fine lines. So if you do have like one line that's very pesky and you just want to plump it up a little, grab the eye perfection cream. I know that sounds weird, but just use it on that wherever your little issue is.
The matrixyl in it just plumps them right up. And so, do it. Do it. And another, what another why bother is? People say, why bother to wash my face before I go to bed?
No.
Because I'm just like, blah. Just because you're sick and tired of 2020, that does not give you a free pass. Because again, you can do more damage in 2020 that you're going to need to reverse when, all this is over. by not taking care of business as far as your face.
Mhm.
And I get being tired. I get, I'm thinking about these parents who've dealt with their kids in virtual school all day, or, you just all the stress that everybody is dealing with. And I'm thinking about them. And yes, you may be exhausted, but make sure you at least have a bottle of One Step by your bed with some cotton pads.
Oh yeah.
Because that takes 2 minutes, maybe a minute. You can remove your makeup. And if you're just too tired to go in and do all of your steps, at least do that one.
Yeah, that's actually a really great tip. That's a good point. Yeah, just a One Step cleansing water, you're good to go.
Yeah, well, it's a tip because I personally use it, and I swear by it. Because sometimes when I'm ready to go to bed, I get the why bothers, and I get the why bothers a lot, and because sometimes it's hard keeping up with all this stuff. But I have an alternative.
I'm the complete opposite when it comes to skincare. I'm obsessed with my skincare. I cannot I just don't feel right with going to bed without doing my regime. I just feel gross. I can't. And also our next thing is pillowcases, but that's just it leads into why it's so important to make sure you have a clean face every single night. You don't want any debris, leftover dirt on your pillowcase. So make sure your pillowcase is clean too. That's just another tip that really needs to be talked about, because
very few people talk about it, but what happens to your pillowcase when you're laying there all night? All your dead skin,
and sweat and gross.
It just ends up on your pillowcase. Well, what happens to that dead skin? It can get pretty grody, and not just because it looks bad, because it can become a hotbed of bacteria, oil, dead skin, the whole deal. So think about this. You, Sarah, you're meticulous about doing your whole regime, and sometimes I will do just the One Step. It's not that often, but I will. Sometimes when I'm really tired, I'll just do the One Step and get my makeup off. Then you take your face and you stick your face down on the grease and oil and dead skin that has accumulated for days. No, but give yourself a fresh, again, self-care, give yourself fresh pillowcases.
Yes, you deserve that fresh pillowcase.
And some will even go so far as to say a satin pillowcase. Now, I don't like them personally because they shoost out under my head when I'm sleeping. It's just like,
I heard they're great for your hair, though, but
I've heard they're good for your facial wrinkles also. They say, sleep on your back and preferably with a satin pillowcase. I don't dig them. I just don't.
Yeah.
They just,
I'm not a fan either.
We're putting that out there for you guys in case, it's something that you want to try. But at least make sure your pillowcases are clean and fresh.
Yeah.
And what you may want to do is keep a little assortment, handy in a drawer or whatever, near your bed, and just pull out fresh ones every couple of days, and then launder them all and have another pile of fresh ones when you do your laundry.
That sounds a lot of work.
But it's not really. See, it's no more work than not changing your pillowcases, in the sense that if you have a stack of clean, fresh, deliciously scented pillowcases, and you want to change your pillowcases more often than you, say, do laundry or change your sheets, which might be once a week. You tell me if I'm being gross. I do it about once a week on the weekends.
I have a dog, so my husband and I are very meticulous about making sure our sheets are clean all the time, just because I have a dog laying on them. So it kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, I get it. But if you want to keep your pillowcase clean, thereby keeping your face off of nastiness, and that's a theme through this whole 2020 talk that we're giving today, is just keep the nastiness away. Just, run out, get yourself 100% cotton, forget the microfiber, because you want something that will breathe, and keep four folded up in a drawer someplace, and you can just whip them out as needed.
Yeah. And don't forget you have a front and a back, so you can just flip it on over the next side.
I don't. I flip my pillow all night long.
Oh, okay.
As soon as my pillow gets warm, like it feels warmer on my head, I have to flip my pillow and get the cold side.
Okay. Well, never mind. For any of you who are pillow flippers in the middle of the night, not a tip for you.
Hey, you guys, see how she laughs at me? You guys tell me, how many of you guys, post please, are pillow flippers?
I think we kind of just came up with a new word too, pillow flipper.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely a pillow flipper. But think about this. You're keeping your pillowcase clean. What else haven't we talked about that we talk about every single show?
Oh, I know what's coming up next, and it's lip care, because it is such a forgotten about topic, and I don't understand why. Why is lip care just, something off to the side? Like it's not part of our nightly routine.
Well, there was a time many years ago that eye care was off to the side, and people didn't pay particular attention to eye cream.
Well, I feel like eye care is more upfront and centered with.
It has become yes, but there was a time, and mark my words, taking good care of your lips, and I'm not talking with chapstick or with some other waxy balm, but having good professional skincare for your lips makes a world of difference as you're aging, and it makes a world of difference through 2020. Because let's face it, there's going to be a lot of this stress.
I was just about to say, you got me started. Now I need to grab my lip lift and apply.
Right, talking a lot, doing this. Even when you're drinking more water, that's affecting your lips in a good way from the inside, but from the outside, water, you get water on your lips, it evaporates, and there's a drying effect. So take really good care of your lips, and the easiest way to do that I know of is lip lift, because it's the best.
Yeah, just grab a lip lift. It's hydrating. It has cellular turnover benefits. It has sun protection. Yeah, grab your lip lift, and you're good to go. And just day and night.
And more importantly than all of that to me is the maxi lip. The fact that it's got hydrating spheres that attract moisture to your lips and keep them from looking all tiny.
Yeah, I was just giving the bare minimums. Yeah, it does so many other things. That's really great for anti-aging. And don't give away your age by your lips.
And while we're talking about care, don't forget your eye cream. Oh my goodness. Make sure that you are wearing eye cream each and every day. Fight the why bothers and make sure that your eye cream. And also, if you're of a certain age, we have a nighttime eye cream that I swear by. It's called Biocellular Night Eye Gelée. And the reason that someone of my age is really kind of needs a nighttime eye cream is because we need a restorative effect. And that restoration happens when you sleep. And this is a nice, thick cream. You can't use it in the daytime under makeup. Forget it, because it's way too heavy and hydrating. But putting it on at night, boy, you will wake up and see a difference.
Yeah. Eye cream, lip care, both of those super important for your skin, and do not leave them out. And another thing that people just tend to leave out that is very frustrating to me. As you can see, I have some passions: SPF, lip care, eye care, and not using your products down to your décolletage area. All this, you need to move it down, because there's nothing worse than your face looking awesome, but then your age is shown through your neck.
Yeah, let's talk about body for a second. I mean, moving the makeup down to the jawline, very important. I think that's our number 19. But what we didn't put on our list is taking care of your body, because again, the why bothers. I've said to people, are you using your Adrienne Arpel body cream? Why bother? I'm not going to the beach. I'm going to miss the beach. You still got a body.
Yeah.
And you still want the anti-aging benefits, the prevention and the anti-aging benefits to be working for you through all of 2020, because you're not going to be locked up in your house forever. This will end. And if we have made any difference to you at all today, it's the message that this too shall pass. And in the meantime, taking care of yourself is the absolute best thing you can do for yourself and for your family.
So move your anti-aging down further than your face, and also treating your body. Now, you mentioned the skin correction body treatment cream is awesome. It has not only, once again, it's one of those products that's a full skincare routine in a product. So same with the lip lift. It has hydrating benefits and it has exfoliation benefits. And I can guarantee, I wouldn't even give a percentage. I would say 100%, we are not exfoliating our bodies as often as we need to be. And with the Adrienne Arpel body cream, all you have to do is it has AHAs in it, so you're exfoliating it, and you do not have to worry about it. You don't have to.
Automatic. It's like everybody loves, you love your Keurig because it's automatic. You put your cup in twice or 3 times a day max before 30. So I'm learning. And it's automatic. Everybody, the Instapot, automatic. This is automatic body exfoliation, automatic anti-aging. It's just exactly what you need to be doing right now. When you think that nobody is going to be seeing your body, you're still going to have a body when this is over.
Yeah. And you still want it to look younger. So, correction body treatment cream.
Agreed. Before we get to 20, we haven't done any comments.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking we should address the comments before we get to
yeah. All right. Where are you starting? From the bottom or the top?
I would start from the top. I loved Amy's comment about pretending you're the queen to relax your face. I thought that's really important. Go ahead.
I don't see too many questions. So
Trisha mentioned her 11 lines. And again, help those 11 lines by relaxing your face.
Oh, yeah. I'm seeing a lot of people who are not giving up caffeine. So,
but I do see someone who cuts it off by 11 a.m. Good.
Very smart.
And Kim, I hear you. And Holly, I hear you. And Linda, I hear you. I'm not cutting my caffeine either. But
in moderation. I think everything should be used in moderation.
I should say I'm not cutting it out. I'm just making sure that when I need that lift the most, which is in the morning, that's where I keep it all.
Kim, I am so sorry. You asked, can you give us some tips? Which comment were you referring to? Just because we are, I don't know when that was in the video. I'm so sorry. So if you want to just comment down below, let me know what that's referring to. That'd be awesome. So Linda, up in my skincare routine was something I turned to as self-care. Yes. Yeah, just really diving into figuring out what works best for you, what your skin likes, what it doesn't like, your skin type.
Also, this is such it's a natural. We should get this. But when you're doing your skincare routine, when you're cleansing, when you're moisturizing, incorporate some facial massage into what you're doing, because it gets the blood flowing. It helps with your lymphatic drainage. Don't just slap it on. Take care of your face. Rub it, touch it, kind of, move it around a little bit gently, Sarah. But absolutely, again, self-care, be conscious. And Linda made a statement. Yes, that's conscious meditation, Lou said that. And it is. But that meditative spirit, that approach, it can be part of taking care of your skin. Or when you apply your body cream, making sure that, you do it briskly and with purpose and intent.
Now, I do want to point out Holly's comment, which I thought was really good, and she would know better than anyone else coming from Alaska. But she says sunscreen also helps with wind protection, and the ice and snow really make the sun worse here, and everyone forgets it. And she's talking about that she has to get on people about wearing their SPF in the winter. And I completely agree, Holly. It's so frustrating too when people are like, oh, I don't need that. And it just hurts me. Like, it feels like somebody just stabbed me whenever somebody says that they don't need SPF. So I know where you're coming from.
And I love Linda's comment where she says, upping my skincare routine was something I turned to as self-care during the height of COVID. What a difference it can make. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I got another one hot from Holly. Sarah, can you tell me what lip color Blaze and Playful are? I was thinking about getting those. Are they conditioning? So they're the Color Renew lipsticks, and they are, I wouldn't say they have more pigment in them than the lip lift tints. So they're going to be, it's still going to have a hydrating effect. It's not going to feel dry on the lips, but it's not going to be as conditioning as the lip lift, but it's going to have more pigment. So the trade-off with tints versus a full color item is with full color, it's not going to be as hydrating as the lip lift tints. And then, of course, the more matte you go, the drier it's going to be. So like the all-nighter matte liquid lipsticks, those are going to be more drying than the cream lipsticks. And then the lip lift is going to be the most hydrating. And then, let's see. Kayla, taking care of your eyelashes and eyebrows. Yeah, that's such a
yes. We completely missed that. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Kayla, that's a really good point. I don't know. Yeah, we should have totally talked about that.
Next show.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm just not reading these comments. I wish I was doing these in the middle. The satin pillow, it's so funny. So we have Kim who's like, the satin pillowcases make me sweat. And then we have other people like Linda who's saying, yeah, she has satin pillowcases. And then Kim loves the cotton. And then Kayla said, oh, yes.
And it's very polarizing.
Yeah,
it's
well,
polarizing.
The pillow flipper is where everyone is a pillow flipper, apparently.
I'm surprised you're not a pillow flipper.
No,
the comfort of just, when you're like, you wake up kind of half awake in the middle of the night because the cats ran across your body and you're like, oh, my pillow feels hot. And you flip it over and it's like, ah.
I think it's because like I sleep with all of our animals. So I'm more of like a roller and our pillows just stay in one spot, but I roll everywhere. And like my Great Dane, who I'm hoping you guys can't hear him snoring right now. He's really right outside the camera snoring so loudly. So I'm hoping you guys can't hear him. But he is like the worst at moving at night and kicking, and he has dreams where he kicks and does things. So I think I try my hardest just to go to bed, but I think that's where I'm not a pillow flipper. I just roll around the entire night.
Oh, Kim told us what she wants your tips on. It's for your meal prep.
Oh, okay, yeah. Tips. I should put something together because I go all out.
And she'll see, sometimes they're works of art. Sometimes she'll have all these 30 little plastic divided containers laid out, and it looks glorious. Yes, we'll make sure that you get that one way or the other.
And then we got another one from Nancy asking about sending in a photo to determine your season. Do we know? No, you don't need to cover up rosacea. Perfectly fine to just send in a photo. What we really care about is your hair color. We really want to see what's going on with your hairs. If we can get, just a straight on face of your eyes as well, that helps us really well. But don't worry about rosacea.
Yeah, and we'll help you take care of that.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. So is the untinted lip lift more hydrating / plumping than the tinted lip lift?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But it's different. I can't. I'm just so obsessed with my lip lift untinted. I can use the lip lift tinted, but I think about it differently. Mm-hmm. And you've got to use the lip lift untinted. The tinted, there's lots of hydration in it and lots of good lip care ingredients, but I think you need both.
Yeah, I just went ahead and swatched one of the shades on me, but you can still feel how, like, it's very moisturizing. And both of them feel amazing on. So no, I wouldn't say one's more hydrating than the other. It's such a small amount of color, so they feel really good the moment you put them on.
Yeah, and would you put on a lip tint, Sarah? I want you to see this because when you're wearing this lip tint, people will notice and they'll say, oh, look how beautiful you look, because it looks like your lips are shining through. Mm-hmm. It's so natural. It doesn't look like you're wearing lipstick, mm-hmm. but you get all the benefits of the lipstick because you've got these beautifully colored, kissable looking lips, and yet you're getting all the benefits of the lip.
Yeah, and I put it on this is pretty heavy for the amount I put on, and so you can even kind of, if you want to apply more of the plain on or the non-tinted version, it just dulls it down. It's really however you want to play it up. So, I mean, both of them are amazing. I highly recommend any of them, and they're both great for skincare purposes. And then, let's see.
We also have a makeup artist in a different country who uses the lip lift tints as blushes.
Oh, yeah.
And he does models and runway season and so forth. And he's got a few tips that he uses that I think are really kind of neat. He uses the lip lift tint as a blush, mm-hmm. which I didn't think of, but when I've done it, it's really effective because it's so sheer and it's not like you're caking the makeup on. That was one of our numbers of things not to do in 2020. Mm-hmm. Keep it fresh. And
I just did it. And another thing I want to point out is sometimes people get worried about layering certain type of products. Don't worry about layering a lip lift. I know, it seems weird to put a lip product on your cheek, but it's.
And Sarah, I'm looking at you. You look like you're blushing. I mean, it looks.
Well, I did have on blush earlier, but of course this side looks a little bit. I'm going to try to stay in this profile for you guys so I don't look.
Yeah, but look how lovely that is. I mean, it's fresh. It looks really wonderful. And speaking of wonderful, Kim says, you ladies make me feel so good every Monday and Wednesday. That makes it so worthwhile for us to do this. That's exactly what we want to accomplish with you guys.
Now, I do want to, is playful more orange or pink? Playful is more, you know what, Holly, I'll swatch it and send you a picture. So I want to say, if you're looking at joy, it's going to be more orange. But if you're looking at, I'm trying to think, even
Mango Punch.
Well, Mango Punch, it's going to be, if you're looking at Mango Punch, it's going to be a little bit more pigmented, but it's going to be kind of more in that corally family and a little bit more pink than Mango Punch. So that's where you're going to see the difference there. And then is Blaze more red or brown? It's more red, for sure. It's just a very deep red. And then I saw the 14K lip lift. I was just wondering how the plain one felt in comparison. Now, when you first put on the tints, since they have pigment in them, they're a little, I want to say not harder, but they're, when you start applying, you feel it kind of melt down because of the heat. I would say you don't have that issue, or you don't have that kind of feeling. So if you like it to be like that, then stick with the tints. But if you want very conditioning feel to it, let me grab my lip lift and just kind of show you. It instantly melts into the skin. And of course, I put it right in the middle, which you can barely see because there's no color to it. But I highly recommend, if you don't have the regular lip lift tint, I would grab that for like nighttime when you go to sleep. It's really, it feels so good after you brush your teeth. Definitely just toss that on. So I would recommend getting the plain one. And the mint one also is really good. It feels exactly the same as the lip lift as well. I highly recommend that one.
Susan mentioned 3 sizes of lip lift. There are actually 2, a 3.4 and a 2.6 G, but there is the mint lip lift.
So
3.4.
We do have the extra large and the regular, but we are currently out of stock on the regular extra large. But we do have, we went back in stock on blush. So we have all of the shades except Petal. And then this is the size of our regular, our mint, and all of our tints. So this is the main size, but we did create an extra large size for everyone who just was using up lip lift and wanted something bigger.
And I do want to say, the extra large size is a promotional size because the 2.6G, the regular size, goes a long way. You may look at it and think, oh, you know, I'm going to, it's not like those waxy sticks that just, you're taking it down, taking it down, taking it down. This lasts a long time.
Yeah, that's, and I mean, that's why, yeah, you got to grab your lip lift. It's just awesome. And what are we, 3 years in a row, best lip care winner for QVC. So best lip care. And then this year,
Buyer's Choice Award.
Yes, this year we are now the winner of the Buyer's Choice. So
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of 5-star reviews.
And all right, I hope we answered everyone's comments. I'm so.
Well, there's one thing I want to say to Kathy. It's important.
Okay.
She says, I'm 77 and I feel like an old lady. This pandemic has gotten to me. Isolation is not my thing. Kathy, we hear you. And we're here for you 2 times a week. You are invited to join us and talk about all things that make you feel beautiful. And you are not by any means an old lady. You've got a young spirit, and that's why you're here. And but I feel you. I know because I too. I'm isolated. I'm a little bit older, and you know, all these things are important. Taking care of yourself is important, Kathy.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you to everyone. All of your kind words are so sweet. We really appreciate it as well. I'm I'm trying to make sure my blush matches up. I'm so sorry.
No, you look beautiful.
Thank you. Because I only put it on this side to start off with, so I'm trying to make sure it looks at least a little even.
And we haven't done number 20.
Oh, yeah.
We think you are all going to agree with this one.
You guys know number 20. If you are at all a fan about Wine About It Wednesday, number 20 is...
Make sure you're dressing in your season, using your right colors, because it will make you feel fantastic. I'm sure all of you would agree. And we prove it week after week on Wednesdays that you look fantastic if you're in your right palette and you feel fantastic. And 2020, we need all the reasons to feel fantastic that we can come up with.
Yeah. I mean, wearing the right color, it just it makes you look so good. Under eye, if you have darkness under your eyes, it helps get rid of that. Fine lines and wrinkles, it helps brighten
People
those.
notice it. You don't notice it. You know, when you're looking in the mirror, you're like, oh, I look 10 years younger.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So wearing the right color is our last tip that just will make you look younger. So there you go. There are your 20 tips
For surviving 2020 and being beautiful at the end of it when it's over.
Yeah, when it's over.
Join us Wednesday at 12, and we'll talk more about color and dressing your season and feeling great.
Yeah. All right. So don't forget Wednesday at noon. We'll see you guys back here, and we hope you have a wonderful and beautiful Monday.